Preparing for an interview. If you are not prepared for an interview, it's going to be a difficult time for you when you're in front of someone and they're asking you questions that you can't answer or you don't feel confident about answering. So, the biggest part of preparing for an interview is researching and making sure that you set yourself up for success so that you're very confident and you understand the different types of questions that might be thrown at you. So, here are some different things to think about before the interview. What is the company's mission statement in which you are applying to? Because if you know their mission and you can speak to that mission and how it relates to your life, you can more easily relate to that person and the company in general. What are their values? What are the things that the people at that organization really hold at high regard? And how is it that you hold those things in high regard as well? Always search the company name in Google and sort by news and figure out what comes up. Are there recent articles or things about that company that, if you knew those things and were able to bring them up in an interview, would show that you've done your research? How does the company stack up in its industry? What are the other competitors? Knowing that information can be really important for you as well in those conversations, in the interviews, to be able to show that you know in general what is happening in their industry. What are the goals and initiatives in the coming years? What are the innovative things that this company is doing, that they're working on? And what are the parts of that that are specifically related to your role? Because if they're hiring for someone like you, they're obviously investing resources into some type of initiative or some type of goal that they're expecting an outcome out of. What is the company's origin story? How did it start? What were the founders all about? And how has it come from the beginning to where it's at now? And what can you find out about the specific team that you're going to be working on or that you'd potentially work on? And a lot of that can be great if you can get a conversation with somebody even before the interview. So I always like to start with someone who is at the peer level, because often they're not going to be the person that is going to be interviewing you, at least not first. And you'll be able to get some potential information from them that you could take to an actual interview as well. Again, before the interview continued, we really want to go deep with this, right? We want to check if the company's founder has been featured on podcasts and we can listen to those. We want to look up the company on Glassdoor. A lot of times Glassdoor will have very specific interview process oriented questions that they have for the companies out there. You can do a Google search to find those actual company interview processes and questions. There's apps like Blind that can provide insights into a company's recruiting and interview process. All these things can be very helpful for you in the way of getting prepared to be the most confident you can be in an interview.